There is a new pedal company called EXGEAR that I just recently discovered. They have a whole line of pedals, and today we are going to check out the Max Metal Distortion. So yeah, I was surfing Amazon, just seeing what's out there as I am oft to do, and for, I don't know how I stumbled across this, but I stumbled across this brand of pedals, and discovered they have a whole line of them called EXGEAR, and didn't know anything about them at all. There's a couple of videos out on them, but not a whole lot. So I actually reached out to them on Facebook. And found their Facebook page and reached out to them, and I said, this is who I am. This is what I do. I'd love to demo one of your pedals. And they took a look at my channel, and they basically said, yeah, And I looked at them and I said, oh yeah. And then we virtual bro hugged because interwebs. And then they sent me a pedal for me to demo for you. So this is the Max Metal Distortion pedal. Let's check it out. You know, at first glance, you know, this might strike you as just another one of the Chinese made, you know, budget pedal lines, but, you know, it's really not. This pedal is about $140. So these things are not real cheap. They're not the most expensive things in the world, obviously, but, you know, it's above the budget level. So, you know, and listening to it, you know, you can see why. You know, when I was speaking with them about this pedal, they just, it's its own design, you know, so it's not a clone of anything else. You know, but they actually sent them back. They're designed in the USA, but they're made in China. You know, but they actually sent it back to the factory in China like 2 or 3 times to make sure that they got it right. I'm really impressed with how far along metal distortions have come, metal distortion pedals that is, in the last 5 or 6 years. You know, now we're finally starting to get some high gain metal distortions that sound like amps. You know, instead of either scooped out or overly trebly stuff. You know, I know you probably heard some settings in the playthrough demo that make this thing sound overly trebly, but please take those with a grain of salt, because my trusty Randall here, while the clean channel on it is a really good sounding clean channel, it's also really bright. So treble controls on all pedals go a long way through that thing. Yep. So let's have a quick look-see. There is a close-up look of the pedal. You know, the settings that you're looking at right there kind of seem to be pretty optimal for me. I find the older I get, the more I'm turning the gain down, because it is more than enough, and of course allows for a lot less noise and a lot more clarity for each individual note. Other main controls on this pedal, of course, are volume, of course. Bass, mid, and treble. It does have a mid control, a very good mid control. That switch right there is a boost control, so you can either boost the treble or you can boost the high end or the low end. And you know, I really like the low end boost on it. Of course, the knobs illuminate, and there's also a big LED going on around the switch there that I think is also a really nice touch. And, you know, particularly if you were playing on a dark stage or other dark environment, it's going to help you see it a whole lot better. Cool little paint scheme going on there. I think that you know, definitely looks sharp. Standard 9-bolt input, as you probably could have guessed. Single input, single output, and there is the sticker on the back. It says designed in the USA and made in Shenzhen, China. I also kind of like the rubber pad on the back there. I think that's kind of a cool little nice touch there that makes some noise. So I'm actually really impressed with it. You know, like I said, I think it's, you know, the right settings. It sounds a lot more like an amp than it does a distortion pedal. You know, kind of a beefy low end to it. You know, real throaty sounding type of metal distortion. One thing to note about it, you know, when you do turn up the gain control, I noticed it really didn't get too muddy. It got noisier. But I didn't notice, you know, the tone starting to flub out with the gain increasing. So they did it right, man. They built it right. They definitely built it right. So yeah, absolutely. You know, RGD approved. Thank you very much for taking the time to check out this video. Please go check out the EXGEAR Max Metal Distortion. I'll post links to it down in the description for you to check out. Don't forget to do the likey, sharey, subscribey thing there at the end, and leave a comment down below. Adios.